Okay. Okay. Hopefully that's not too loud. Let me make sure this is fine. We are going to see advanced properties. Let me see if I can listen to myself and hear how loud it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's a little loud. Not gonna lie. Ooh, okay. Let's turn this down. That sounds fine. Okay. This. Okay, so I am going to be doing a stream today. I have been meaning to do a Godot stream for a while, and it's been a second since I've done it, so yeah, let's do it. Okay. Okay, that is, I think, everything I need to do. I believe. Okay, yeah. So here we are. This is the first time I have done a devlog stream in a long time, and this is for a game I've been working on that is pretty cool. Hopefully, I can get some good stuff done today. We'll see. I am kind of just curious to see what we can get done. But yeah, I kind of want to refine things, maybe even do a little bit of story stuff. We'll see. But until then, we are going to, let's see. We're going to find some music we can put on. Something a little bit better than this. Let's see what we have. I need to actually clear some of my tabs out. Okay, what do we got? This is a good one. Okay. All right, here we are. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just go ahead and show what we have. This is a very base project. We don't really have anything in this one so far. Maybe like a few things, but honestly, not a lot. We'll have to play around with it. Let's see. Okay, so we have the black hole. This is a crazy thing. We do have a black hole. This black hole is, I don't even, this is a shader. This entire thing is a shader, which is ridiculous. I did not code the shader. I needed help with this. Tyler Kennedy actually coded this shader, and it is ridiculous how complicated this is. It is I think it's 500 lines. No, it's about 400 lines. I mean, it's a lot of code. I couldn't even try to do this if I wanted to, but it's here. We have it. I'm still kind of working on like adjusting everything because we actually do have a sky. It's just there's a little bit of tweaking that needs to be done. Like if I turn up the sky, this whole like back region is not supposed to be like that. So we're gonna actually this will be the first thing we fix on today's stream. Let's see. Just need to find. That's fine. Turbulence. This is radius. No. Jesus, that makes it massive. I think that looks good. Turbulence scale. Yeah, turn that up all the way. Turn this one up all the way. Intensity. Yeah, go ahead for that. Streak intensity, why not? Hue shift factor. Honestly, it looks better with it more of like a hue shift. You can kind of see the color changing on that. Hue radius. Oh, that's sick. Just keep it like that. Doppler beaming. Ooh, we'll do that. Makes it a little more dramatic. That's kind of crazy. We'll do that. Why not? Disk radius. I see no difference. Oh, I guess I do kind of see a difference. It honestly looks better like this. Okay, but there's still this outside, like, weird... There's this weird outside, like... I don't even really know how to describe it. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. I think this is actually the sphere. Yes. Okay, so I wonder if we could fix this by making the sphere... no, we can't because this is our material. Huh. Okay. I wonder if there's anything, because if we just do that, it just disappears. Is there anything else we can do? Material override, maybe? No. Overlay, potentially. Okay, wait, hold on, we might cook with this one. Transparency alpha. No, it crashes that. Okay. If I go to albedo and try just changing albedo to... If I just try changing colors, nothing happens. It's weird. Okay. I'm not too sure about this one. Occlusion. Visibility. Cast shadow on. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Transparency does nothing. I have no idea. Oh, that's really cool, actually. You can, like, change the transparency on that. That's awesome. I think it's just how the shader is coded. Honestly, I don't really think I can change too much about that, unfortunately. That's why I had it like a dark, completely dark sky. I will say we can rotate it, and that's what I'm going to do, actually. I wonder, are black holes ever on their side? Like, naturally? Quasar... I think they are. I guess it really doesn't matter, but... We'll just keep it how it is, how it was. Okay, in that case, I mean... Hue radius, I mean, I feel like we tried it pretty much everything. Inner speed. Step size. Next path. I mean, this is tricky. Huh. Okay. I don't really know. This is a... I guess it's just gonna have to be like that for now. It would be cool to be able to see the stars, but I mean, it's not a massive issue. We can just say it's super bright or something. That's why you can't see it. So if I do perspective and I turn off our origin... Oh, dude, that's sick. Let's try camera. So I might play around with this camera. Okay. Visibility, this needs to be higher. Actually change the music. Okay. So, visibility, coal radius, LOD, bias. I don't understand why the camera's not rendering this. It's weird because it's like, it's far, but... That's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. We can just adjust it like that. I'm actually gonna rotate this slightly so we don't have that like weird cutting out part. That's pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. We could probably move this a little bit closer though. Honestly, I don't really like that being like that, I'm not gonna lie. That is pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. That's awesome. So we can do a far. Huh, okay. I guess near would probably be the best. Okay. I guess we'll play with it like this. Let's add an animation player. Black underscore hole. True. Okay, so we are going to we're gonna actually mimic the feel of like going light speed to the black hole by simply just adjusting the FOV. So like if I do this right here and then like I change the FOV to this, and then maybe at the same time I add like a slight, let's go ahead and take our transform positions. If I also like change the rotation of it as well slightly, that should look pretty great. Yeah, that should be pretty cool. And then we'll do cubic, because it's not like, okay, so this is something I have found out that is like, in my personal experience, interesting. So we have these different forms of rendering modes. We have nearest, linear, and cubic. I have found for any space, zero gravity animations, linear is the way to go. However, if you're playing with gravity like a black hole that's sucking you non-exponentially, then cubic's kind of like the way to go. Now I'm gonna bite my tongue and say it this time, but maybe it's not. We'll see. That's pretty cool. So we could probably make this a little more dramatic, actually. And first of all, I want to play around with camera shake. Okay, we'll keep it like that. We'll do some camera shake. So it's obviously going to stay like how it is right here. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit frustrating. So we could just like jerk it up and down. So we'll take this right here, this point. We're going to take this point off. And every few seconds, we're going to just like both change the Y. So we'll do 46. Oh, it's 45.6 maybe. Okay, sure, we'll do that. If we do cubic for that, I wonder what that would look like. Obviously, we need to kind of put like a better. We really need a better shake animation. I wonder what would happen if we did this right here. We like did that, and then we also kind of like zoom this out a little bit more. Let's try this. I'm kind of just playing around with stuff. I mean, this is supposed to be a really cool like entrance black hole scene. I don't really like that. I do like that. Let's try that. And I forgot that we can actually play around with the animation or the shader code. I think we can actually set believe we can actually set, yeah, we can. So for this right here, we can actually set keys for like a lot of this cool stuff. So like we could turn it like all of this, but I think the main thing I want to play around with is the Doppler beaming effect. The Doppler beaming effect is sick. Streak intensity. We can also, I mean, honestly, I think, oh wait, that whole sky thing might be caused because I have volumetric fog on. Holy shit, that's bright. I just realized that might be like causing, it was, okay, I see. So like you can kind of see it now, the gravitational lensing on that. So we're going to do like 0.1. Well, no, we're going to do 0.05. No, 0.03. There we go. That looks better. And we're going to actually tweak this. We're going to tweak the brightness on this thing because it is, holy shit, that's bright. Cram the contrast up. Okay, so I like the glow, but I mean it's just kind of intense. What would it look like? What does the animation look like if we do this right here? Oh, dude, that's sick. Hold on. Hold up. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a second. That's actually really cool. So we're going to do 25 seconds for this animation. And we're actually going to do another FOV zoom out at this last one right here. And we're going to do like a further zoom in. And this will be like when it starts exposing itself a little bit more. We'll do another rotation as well. And the rotation we'll do... Is this going to be too strong? No, that's not what we want. We'll do 1, -3. It's not strong enough. Let's do -5. 5. That'll be good. And then what we'll do is we'll actually start to slowly tone down this brightness. Ooh, this will be really cool. So I think that we should treat this like it should be a camera. So like, you know, you have coming into it, and I think you're overexposing the core, so it's going to start focusing and turning down the brightness and everything else. So what we'll do is we'll actually do that right here. So we're going to go ahead and set keys for all of these energy multipliers. Go ahead and keep this at the start. How do I turn on snapping? That would be kind of useful. And then we're going to go ahead and turn that back off. Damn, bro. How do I... Keys, pop up. Why are you not popping up animation keys? Oh, there we go. Okay, there we are. So I think what we're going to do here is from here to here. Say to a frame 11. We're actually going to turn this down to 0.01. No, even further. 0.001. I guess just 0. Actually, we're gonna do a key right there and just keep it like that. I do quite like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and start underexposing the core. So, oh shoot, guys, I have not been checking chat at all. I'm so sorry. So my chat is like completely moved down. I apologize. Okay, if you guys are still here, that looks a lot cleaner. Where are we building? So this is a space game. This is a space game. It's got a really complicated story, and it's supposed to be a game that kind of I want it to be an interstellar journey. That's what I'm wanting. And right now, this is actually the last part of the game that I'm working on. It's the black hole. And I'm basically working on this animation where we finally run up to the black hole, going light speed. And you kind of get the first glimpse of it. And it's completely like, I want it to be like overexposed at first. So that's what we're going to play around with this time. So let me move my chat up because I'm so sorry I didn't see that. Should be pretty cool. So we have our keys again. No, we don't. We lost them. There they are. So I am going to assume the map strength would be the one to... No, I guess not. Threshold? No. Strength? No, strength's probably not the one. Bloom for sure. If I turn bloom all the way up. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so we're going to do a frame for that. That's awesome. I love that look right there. And then we're going to go ahead and make another frame where we have right here, insert key. That one's going to be like that. So then we'll do this. And you come in. It might be a little rough. We'll see. So you're coming to the black hole. It's overexposed. And then it gets dark. And then you can finally see the black hole. Oh, that's awesome. Very 80s sci-fi. It is kind of like that. Yeah. No, I see that. I will say this could probably be right here a little bit sooner. We're going to do cubic. Maybe even like, honestly, maybe possibly even right here. Oh, that's awesome. Dude, I love Tron. Actually, you know what? We should listen to the Daft Punk Tron soundtrack, speaking of which. Oh, that's awesome. That is perfect. That is awesome right there. Perfect. The only thing we could use is like a little bit of blur, but I think if we just turn on the fog back on... Oh, the fog was causing the issue, though. That fog was kind of messing stuff up. Let's just see what the fog looks like back on. I mean, it just looks so much better. It is black. It doesn't need to be black. Or the emission, at least, doesn't need to be black. It's just a pain because, like, the fog right there adds that weird, like... So the fog, I love the fog because look at it makes it look so much better. Oh, but, I mean, we could just, like... We could just turn off the fog. Like, right here, we could just be like... Okay, so wait, this is a great idea. Right here, if we keep this... We're not going to create a reset track, so we're going to put that key right there. And if we put it right here and just turn it off... Theoretically, that should not be there. Okay, it kind of is still there. So we're gonna duplicate this key then. And if you have like any questions, like I know I'm saying a ton of mumbo jumbo right now and not really like explaining a lot of things, but if you have questions, just let me know. I mean, I think that looks phenomenal. I think that's absolutely a beautiful animation. That is awesome. That is a spectacular animation. I really like the way this one turned out. Like, this is awesome. I wonder, probably change the strength of this. I mean, it looks good, but we could also change up the bloom. Let's see, this is the glow. It's overexposed, like right there. I think that's perfect. And then what else can we play around with in this? So blend mode, additive screen, soft light, replace, mix. Screen does kind of look the best. Normalized. Keep it off, honestly. Rotate a little more like the black hole rotate. Let's see what that looks like. that looks good. It being off center is really nice. I was worried about these ridges. That's my only thing I was worried about. But what we can do, I believe, we can turn on some settings to make it look nicer. So I think it's anti-eliciting. Rendering device, maybe. We're going to do soft high. Actually, we're going to keep it on soft low just because we want to keep a good idea of how it's running. Ended at 45 degrees might be too much. We can try it though. We'll try it out. So have it start out centered. It starts centered and then end it at a 45 degree angle. 45 degrees. So let's get this one right here. 45 Z 45 maybe? No. I think 45 would be too strong. We can do a little bit more. It does kind of end at a like, let's see. Well, we don't want like that because then you can't really see the discs. Let's play the full animation just to get a good idea of it. It does turn more, by the way. I think that's the animation, yeah. And this would be one animation. I think this looks fantastic. Yeah, I think this is such a cool animation. It's like it makes it's a really unique way to capture everything. But the one thing I want to fix is this line of brightness. I want to try to see what we could do for this. So we have glow. SDGFI, no, keep it on. What about SSIL? Keep it on. We'll try SSAO. I love this glow emitting off of it. That I do enjoy. SDGFI maybe. I mean, if it doesn't really have to be on, then it's not a big thing. Tone map, linear. I like that. Reflected light, sky, ambient light, sky. Okay. SSR doesn't really change anything. Doesn't change anything. With this general fog right here, what if we just do this? Turn it down really low. Nah. That's almost that one change of the brightness almost fixes it. It makes this beautiful glow. But it really just needs this one like line right there's the issue, and we might have a line of code that can change that right here. Doppler. Disk speed, no. Hue radius, no. Tricky streak count. I see no apparent difference in that one. Turbulence speed. Also don't really see a difference in that one. Get as many octaves as possible. Steps. Step size maybe. It's just mainly this horizon right here is the big issue. You can see the steps. By steps I mean these lines, these ridges right here, which bugs me a lot. It really does. But we might be able to get away with it in practical effects by doing like a transition for blur. It would be more of a near transition though. But sometimes this does not work. You see how it just jumps right there? It's tricky. I don't know. It might just have to be like that for now. Like with this one right here, I mean, it just doesn't change anything, you know. Just honestly makes it really low quality. What about practical? What if we do some practical effects? Or physical? Oh, don't do that. Go back to where you were, please. Perfect. We'll just, you know, for now, we will leave it as that for now. And we're going to actually create a new animation. We're going to do black hole 2. And this one's basically going to carry around all these other intro animations. So I wonder, can we duplicate this one actually? Animation, duplicate. 2. We're actually going to do this one as 3. We're going to delete 2 and never explain why it got deleted. Remove. Intro 3. Renamed intro 2. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to like make a messy animation. So we're going to keep all of these like this. Delete all of these. Let's see how wrong that goes. It looks fine. Okay. So now we're going to actually change the FOV in position. So I had a feeling about like doing like a close-up of like one of the rings of it. So we're going to try that. That's pretty cool right there. I'm not gonna lie. Awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and just tack that one down. And we gotta change FOV. Forgot about that one. We were going to change to that right there. And then over here, we're going to change it to damn, that's like really zoomed out. What the hell? Huh. Ooh, hold on. This is a great idea, actually. Changing the position and rotation of it to like... I really like that. So we're actually going to do that. We're going to do that. So first of all... It's a really high quality shader. It's like, so like you'd imagine this is like... So like this model right here, you would think this is like a 3D model with like, you know, complicated coding, but this right here is just a sphere. That whole thing is just a sphere. It's just a circle. And this is all just the code that makes it work. It's insane. I didn't write this. This code is someone else's, but I could never do something like this. And it is stunning how amazing this one looks. But I think the idea for this one is we're going to start right here. And we're going to pan the camera left like we're looking across the black hole. Okay. Slow and steady. That's pretty good. I like that. I like that. I like that. Rotation. So if we do this, We start off on this side, we're rotating this way, and I feel like we could do a little bit of like this as well. Let's update that rotation. Cubic, nice, like it. It's almost like you don't even realize there's an animation playing. It's just because the speeds of everything. Like I'm trying to get the scale. That's what I want. I want to convey the scale of this black hole. And I think for this one we can actually change from the stuff like the bloom can definitely get turned up higher. Okay, so we're gonna actually, for this initial intro animation, we're gonna go ahead and set a lot of the world environment things just to like how they are. So like, we're gonna do this, mainly these ones. And that way when we go over to Black Hole 2, we can mess around with this kind of stuff and it's not like crazy. So I mainly want to get this to be like really like foggy and fast. Ooh, that does change it a lot, the HDR. Okay, so that's nice. Volumetric fog. Honestly, I kind of like it without the volumetric fog. The brightness of it is insane. Although you kind of start seeing rivets on this corner right here, like artifacting. Actually, yeah, we're gonna change this. Ooh, actually, that looks really cool. Whoa. Okay, that changes everything. That makes it look very nice. That's insane. Dude, what? I love how, like, the contrast between it all is insane. Wow. There's one thing that's bothering me, it's the fact that this is not in center the whole frame. Bugs me just a little bit. But, I mean, so far this animation is absolutely phenomenal. It's beautiful. This thing's... It's a great shot. I don't really think you can tell halfway through that it's uncentered, but... I mean, it really is an amazing, amazing shot. So we go from this to... the Black Hole 2... I really don't like this like corner because it's not perfectly like, it's a low resolution curve, you can kind of see it, but I think it's necessary to convey like the absolute darkness of this thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the one thing I've noticed between shots is that they need to have like a fade. Like I can't just jump from this to this, you know, like it's just not going to look good if I go from this to this. Especially for something like this cinematic. And I mean, I have this filter right here. I personally don't like the look of this thing. I'm not a big fan of it. You get so much more detail with it out, with not there. So we're gonna go, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and change this filter to just be a normal material with a color. And we're just going to change it to black. And this will be our fade out. So how this works, it's very simple. This is the cheap parlor trick of making a clean fade out. You just make it like that. And then when we get up here, we're going to do that. And then we're going to slowly fade out into that. And that's all that whole thing is. And then honestly, for this one right here, I don't think it's necessary to have it. Okay, so then from here we can start the code. So it's very simple. All we're going to do in this aspect is we're just going to change this to have our animation play function. And I can show you this one right here. It's very simple. It's honestly rough. It's, you know, not great, but it's okay. So we're just going to tell the on ready, which is this is when like we run the window, it's going to run this line of code. So we're going to .play, and then we're going to start with our first thing, which was black hole intro. And I always forget this one. We're going to time it out for, we're going to tell it to wait to run anything for the time it takes for this animation to finish. So for this intro is 25 seconds. And then we're going to tell it to play the next one, which is this one right here. Black hole. GD script is amazing. Absolutely love it. Extremely versatile. I think I added music to this. I don't remember. Oh, that's such a great one. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Perfect. So all I'm saying here is we need more shots. The music kind of started playing in the background, is a little wonky, but anyways, I don't need another animation player. Thank you very much. So that's our save shot right there. We have 2. This intro one is absolutely stunning, and I think I want to do something similar for the next one. Look at this. This is awesome. So like the gravitational lensing effect on the black hole like makes the camera have like, oh, that's so crazy looking. It makes the camera kind of like shoot all over the place. It's awesome. Cool stuff. Gravitational lensing. Okay. Okay, so I think we're going to do a new one. We're going to duplicate this. Animation 3. Oh, I did that wrong. Hold on. No, that's wrong. Black hole 3. And I think for this shot right here, we're just going to take this out. We're going to try to reuse the same FOV we had. Actually, no, we're going to change the FOV. We're going to do something. Actually, yeah, we're going to change the FOV. We're going to change that. We're going to change this to be flat. I'm actually going to change the black hole to be slightly bent forward. I feel like that's going to be good for both, just grabbing some details on the edges right there. And mainly I also want to move this light thing out of the way. Bam, that's much better. So I think if we go ahead and do a FOV like that, maybe move it down a little bit. If we move it up. Ooh, that would look good actually. It kind of does mess up a little bit right here. It is cool. I like it, but the only problem I'm having is that you see how like it warps, the shader warps right here, and it looks really fake. Not liking that one so much. I think if we move it down. It's kind of hard to like get like a ton of shots from a single thing, you know, like it's just a little difficult, that's all. We could do like this right here. That's pretty cool. Having it like really zoomed in like that, that's awesome. And then if we just zoomed out. Oh shoot, hold on. Delete all three of these. Reset positions. Reset. FOV. Why are you? Oh, you have a rotation right here. That's why. Okay, we're going to actually zoom. Out like this. And I feel like for a rotation, keep that right. Do that. Something like this, maybe? Cubic, okay, and then, so like if we do this. Something is happening with the lighting on the edges right there. I don't know how to fix that. It's happening no matter what. That's a really cool shot though. I like this one. But we need to figure out how to fix that lighting. So, okay, not that one. Debanding. It's not changing it. Product settings. Oh, hold on. Look at that. It's getting better. But it's getting a lot slower. It's getting slow. Oh no, it's not really getting slow necessarily. It's looking better. It is looking better. Project settings. That doesn't change anything. We'll change it to 2x, 2x. Hold on, wait, that does change something. No, not really. That did change something on this one, did. That one did a lot. Why not? We'll try it. We'll try restarting this real quick. I still have many more scenes I was wanting to build today, so I mean, this will be one of many. I'm just trying to get it exactly right. The next one will also be a lot of fun. The next one will be the rocket launch scene. That one will be a pretty cool one, in my opinion. Okay, I guess it's not restarting for us. Damn it. Okay. I need to make sure I push and commit these changes to the GitHub. But let's see. Okay. I want to see if this makes any difference. So this black hole scene, black hole 3, not really, but I mean this amount is very minuscule now. Let's go to the lighting and check out what that looks like. Light. We did have a light setting earlier. Soft light. Filter quality. I mean... Okay, I'm just going to leave it like this. This will be okay for now. So we're actually going to go ahead and change up the animations. So that was a 10-second animation. Oh, that was 25 seconds. Damn, okay. So we have 25 seconds for each. So we're actually going to do Black Hole 3. We'll start on this one first. And then we'll go ahead and do 2. Alright. Let's try it out. And let's turn off the music this time. That is a cool shot right there. I feel like, though, I have a feeling if we did like a 2-second wait and we had that one like piano drop right there, that would be really cool. Let's try it one more time. It has great detail. It really does. Exceptional detail. I guess 1 second. Oh, no, that's perfect timing. Oh, wow, that's a great conclusion of the game. So the last one needs to be a little bit more. So we're going to do another animation. We're going to do duplicate this one. Black hole 4. Okay. We are cooking right now. Yes, we are. How long has the stream been on for? I have no idea. Wow, about 53 minutes is crazy. It's definitely not felt like that. So we're going to go ahead and turn these off. Perspective. That is amazing right there. I know, time flies when we are cooking. Come on. I'm thinking a zoom out shot right for this one. And I'll probably zoom in since we're going to be coming towards it. Okay, so we're going to try this one more time. So we're actually going to shorten the animation on this one to be 23. And then we're going to actually go ahead and do 25 for 4. Alright, let's try it one more time. No music. This music, by the way, I produced for the game. This is my music for this, the soundtrack for it. That one we could clean up a little bit. I do agree with that. Oh, I missed it. Okay, so hold on. So we're going through animation 1. 27 seconds. Okay. 23. No, this should be 20. We'll keep this 23. We'll do this one 22. And then we're also going to make this animation 4. I have a feeling it should spin. When we do this, we should spin the camera. Do a different rotation. So we are going to do this right here. Rotation. Let's see what that looks like. One more time. Okay, almost. I am determined. So we're gonna do 21. We're gonna try. I know I'm watching this a ton of times, but I think it's a great animation, and I want to get perfect. I have even more ideas. I have more ideas. Okay, new idea. So with this one right here, what if we like did a crazy zoom in shot or a zoom out shot? Whoa. Okay, well that was way too zoomed in. What is this one supposed to be? 43? Damn, Cubic kind of tweaks out. What the hell? What is it doing? What? Hello? This is weird. I mean, that's good. That's all you have to do. Okay, we're going to actually... Why do you do that? I don't like that at all. Huh. Okay. So we really can't have it zoom back out. Well, we can have it zoom... Ah, I hate Cubic so much. Damn it, Cubic. Yeah, bass drop worked out pretty great. There is not a dog barking in the music. That is dogs outside. And it does... That is a dog outside. But I think... Hold on. I actually think this right here could get closer. Right there sounds good. Okay. This hopefully is the last time I have to do this. Let's see if the bass drop looks great. So we are cooking. That is the good part. Although the question is, if we're cooking too hard, that we need to move on to something else. I have ideas though. So if I like turn this right here, I think that looks a lot better personally. So for this animation, we are going to be turning, but at the same time, I do want to go forward. We'll do position as well right here. I wonder what that's looking like. Okay, I think for now we're gonna leave it like that. So the only like quarrels I had was intro looks fantastic, faded out nice, but then it jumped to 2 or to 3. And honestly, I believe that this right here needs to be faded. So we're gonna go ahead and do that actually right quick here. So it's gonna look like this. Nice. Is this all the way? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay. I get a black hole too, and this also needs to fade. This also needs to fade out. So first of all, we'll do this right here. Black hole 2. We're also going to fade this one back in, so we're going to do that. Bam. And I don't think that... Okay, so this will be the last time, I'm pretty sure, unless there's a big issue, but this should be the last time I do this replay. Obviously, there's tweaks in the music that need to be made and all that, so it's like lined up with everything, but I think for right now... that kind of is messed up. It's okay, I'll fix it later. Alright, I think that's perfect for now. I think that will work. So now this is for the next part. Yeah, the fade out, that all needs to be adjusted, and that's going to take a second. So I think we have the rough ID here, and that's what matters. But I think for now, I want to do the launch scene for Voyager 2, which, I mean, this probably doesn't make sense for anything for y'all, but this makes sense, I promise. So all we need to do here is that we need to... Ooh, things tweaking out. We need to make Cape Canaveral. That's what we need to make. We have a model here that we are going to try. It is the Titan Low Poly, and we're going to give it a go. It is 5.13 megs, so I don't have a good feeling about that necessarily. But I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of the only one that we have choice-wise, so... we kind of just have to go with that. Titan 2. Let's find it one more time. We have, like, I'm not trying to pay a ton for it. Titan 2 Rocket. Let's see if we can find it free. So this next one I want to be really cool. I want to have like a thing of like stage separation, launch, all of that stuff. So here it is. So yeah, we're gonna try. It's saying the only format it has is a dot blend. So I just don't think this is gonna have textures. Oreo would be disappointed, but you know what? Oreo's not here, and right now I don't know if I'm gonna spend the time to model something like this. It just depends. I'm more curious. I mean, it does look pretty shitty, I'm not gonna lie. The problem is we need to tighten to model. We could look on Sketchfab. Let me make sure I have like stuff censored so I don't get banned or something. We're gonna go Rocket NASA. Let's see what pops up. Saturn V. The problem is Voyager 2 was not launched on a Saturn V rocket, so it's like kind of like doesn't make sense. Atlas. This is a newer rocket, if I remember correctly. Yeah. This could be the one that we are launched on. Potentially. Saturn IB rocket. Okay, that's a literal standing rocket. Okay. Mercury. This might work. Redstone. How are we looking on? Oof. That's a little bit rough. Interesting. Saturn rock. Okay, so I think we might not even do a launch sequence for this one, because being honest, having 2 launch sequences doesn't make a lot of sense. So I think what we're gonna do is we are going to maybe we'll work on the launch sequence for us. So honestly, this Atlas rocket looks pretty great. Let's see the licensing though. Perfect. What we want. Let's go ahead and paste this into the log of this stuff. And I mean, there's other stuff, but we're also going to try to find the launch tower for Cape Canaveral. Launch tower. These are just not. I might have to make this one. I don't think this one would be that difficult to make. What else would there be? The only problem with this, and the reason why I do kind of need to make this, is because I need stage separation, and this does not have. Well, you know, it actually might have stage separation. Actually, we shall see. I see there are internal parts of this, so we are going to play around with it. Extract. Okay. Bam. Bada 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 bada. 3D. We shall try it. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at. Ah, nice. There is actually stage separations. That's awesome. Wonder what type of stage separation we have. Ooh, we have nice detailed stage separation. Sexy. We actually do need to save this, so we're gonna go ahead and. Okay, so if we're gonna do this, we need to. This is going to be the difficult part, which is going to suck, but it's okay. So if we're going to do this, we need to make Cape Canaveral, Florida, which is not really an easy task. but I believe it's possible because we can use really low poly trees for this. I believe it should be okay. Actually, we could also just do this. We could just do, this is a cool trick I did not that long ago. Just get a height map of it. So we can actually just skip the whole launch sequence, go down to Florida, take a trip down to Florida. Let's see. There we are. So if we just do this right here, that's a pretty wide height map. We're going to generate an albedo. So albedo, we're going to do a imagery. I think that should be fine. Generate albedo. How big is that going to be? It's going to be quite big, isn't it? 1,000 tiles. Jesus Christ. It's going to be like a 100 megabyte photo. Goddamn. Okay, well, I mean, it's worth it, so we might as well do it. Might as well. Uh-oh, we're stopped on 4. Okay, we're going still. Getting a little tired. How long have we been alive for? Over an hour and 20. Damn. Okay, this is kind of struggling a little bit. We might have done too much. I don't think we need to do this much. Definitely not. So we're going to actually... Yeah, I don't think that we don't need that. I mean, it's good to have it super detailed, don't get me wrong, but like at the same time, this is ridiculous. I just... Also, when did the music... Okay, there's the music. I was like, where did it go? Okay, so this time we're going to do something a little bit less crazy. We're going to do a 4,000 by 4,000 output. We're going to do a... Let's see, what's the best satellite map? US imagery. Open No, that's topographical. Street map? No. No. Imagery. I do believe that's the best one. Output zoom. Okay, please don't be as many tiles. 272. Okay, that's all we need. Oh, no, that's a height map. I don't need height map. 342 tiles. Okay. This way, our game isn't 90% a photo of Florida. Because realistically speaking here, we're not going to be doing that much stuff like that. Like, it's just going to be for a small cutscene. It's not, we aren't going to need too much of this. Bam. 15 megabytes. I will take it. Hopefully this is a good image. Albedo imagery. Bam. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to recreate a very natural scene. So we're going to... This is a great cheat I found to make nice landscapes whenever you really do not want to make landscapes. And it's literally just placing a plane down, getting the size you need, which in my case is going to be 500 by 500. Should be plenty. No, that's not enough, but it's okay. Material surface, we're just going to literally drop this on here. Okay, now we've made Florida. Okay, well, the problem that we're seeing is that it's super low resolution. Okay, why is that like that? We're going to do 8,000, back to 8,000 again. Why'd it get bigger? Output zoom, turn it. Okay, how about 8,000 by 8,000? I don't want it to be insane. 1,000 tiles. I'm forced to do this. I am forced to do this. That's the problem. Because, like, if I have a bad looking tile map like this, it looks fine from up here, but then, like, we have nowhere else to go. Like, it's just not that much. I would just do this. And then just be like, transform, bam, 5,000. Bam, and then just put it under. And then just move it out to the ocean part. Except that's the floor, that's the star floater right there, so we won't like this. And also this is cut off. Okay, I mean, we will work with it. We are working on it. I did want to get like right here, but it's okay. I guess we will have to wait for this to get done. In the meantime, we can try making our best sky. So we can do mesh and no, world environment. World environment. Environment. Sky. Clear color. Ambient light. I'm like pretty sure that's all we need to do. Some clouds would look cool, but actually, you know what? Let's see. Godot sky. Pretty sure we can get a shader to do this all. I've looked at this one apparently in the past. Oof. I don't know. Simple overcast maybe? Shader type sky. Interesting. I have not. That's. Don't need all of that. I kind of just need some clouds. Cloudy skies? Make a canvas item like a color vector sprite. So if I go to sky, go, no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, hold on. Is this done at all? Oh gosh, it's still going. Okay. I guess we will do sky. Sky, 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 new shader material, new shader, sky, question mark, sky without question mark because it gets confused. Quick load, sky, shader editor, sky, where is the sky at? Directional light. I also think I did change this on accident to the wrong one. I mean, it's doing something. Okay, so color sky. Can I get some sky in here, please? Background disabled. We have no light whatsoever. This is not good. Sun, what is happening? Okay, so we're just going to ignore all of that and hopefully it's done. It's almost done. It's kind of worrying me how big this file is going to be because if it's over 161 megabytes, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. I mean, that's crazy, but like at the same time, like you're paying for satellite imagery, like really high quality satellite imagery. It's kind of what you're going to get. And it's kind of necessary as well. So it's going to be double the resolution of this one. Is this music the guy who did the Charlie Brown cartoons? No. This is this right here. This is deadmau5. This guy definitely did not do that. Okay, we have 8,000 imagery. Let's see how this looks. I almost cannot tell the difference. Oh, it looks much better, actually. Yes, it kind of looks better. I don't know if it's worth it or not. We'll see. Just was hoping to get this sky working. New environment. Sky. The problem with the sky, it just disappears everything. We have panoramic sky materials. Like, we do have them in here, I'm pretty sure. Like, that's... Why does that want to work? Holy crap, what did I do to my Godot? Okay, we'll just do this. I don't want to overcomplicate things, and this looks completely fine. So, time to get a rocket out. So, we want to get to the scene, copy this all back. Let's see what we can do here. So, God, he's a small boy. Bam, bam. So the one thing I'm not going to do this time around is make rockets, whatchamacallit? I guess like rocket smoke, something like that. Something to that degree. See, all you need to do is just believe that it will look good, and then it will look good, and that's all you need to do. Okay, where are our... where are the... hello? Where are the shadows at? This is why we do actually need a directional light. And then we're going to actually just delete this and use the... that already looks slightly better. Directional light. Light. Turn that up. Okay. Way too bright. Bam. We have light. We could go for actually a more dramatic feel and just like do this, like a sunset. And then we could like do like a more golden hour. Ooh, I like that. That looks really good actually. Okay, sweet. We kind of cooked on that, guys. Okay, so the idea we have, okay, so the idea is that we have to make an animation of the El Rocketero going up. So, animation player. It's a tree. We need player. Bam. New. Launch. Okay, so we're going to do a 10-second animation. And then we're going to attach this all over here. So what we're going to do is we're literally just going to move this guy up for now. So right here we're going to go bam. We're going to go up in a pattern that looks similar to a real rocket, which is going up and turning over the Atlantic. Something along these lines. Maybe we'll do like cubic. I don't know. That might be weird because you remember the last time we used cubic, it was weird. Definitely not cubic. Okay. Linear. Come on, linear. That doesn't really feel right. So maybe not like that. Damn it. Okay, so I'm locked in right now. Transform. What about this? Would this look any better? What? What did we do? Oh, what do we do? What? Yeah, those are like right there, but like if I do like down. Oh, it's because this is all like one big thing, and I did not do that right. So if I do like this right here. That looks like it's going right. That looks good. I think so. It looks realistic, it does. I'll give it that. Maybe not like the low poly rocket, but like it's okay. And then we're gonna just make this a really long animation. Okay, so like right here we're gonna do a stage separation, which is gonna get things a little more complicated. The hell is this thing? A cube? Okay, so stage separations kind of suck because like... Okay, I think before we do any stage separations, we should just do this. I think we should first get the rocket going as high as we want it to go. So, like, this right here... I mean, I'm talking really high right here. Ah, we did it again. We did it again. So we're gonna do this right here. What? Hello? It's not moving. What are we doing? Okay, so I don't understand this one bit. Okay, now it's moving. Okay, I mean that's fine. That should be long enough to do like stage separations, etc. Okay. Okay. So we have this done. This is done. Not really, actually. None of these are done. We're gonna try this one more time. See how this looks. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Honestly, I think for the night, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off because it's been we've been streaming for a while. We've been streaming for an hour and 40-ish. So I think tonight's gonna be the end of stream. Streaming for 95 minutes. That's pretty good. We got a lot done. Honestly, we did get quite a bit done. I am genuinely surprised how well that black hole first scene turned out because that was genuinely so amazing. This intro right here is perfect. But yeah, I think for the night I'm going to hop off. So I will see y'all tomorrow, and maybe I will do a stream tomorrow. We will see. So I'll see y'all.